Bitcoin just had an upgrade. What does this mean for Bitcoin? Where is Bitcoin going ahead? What is my predictions? What's going on right now? Bitcoin's trading around 64,000. We had a high of about 67 to 69,000. Currently, it is November 14th. Where do I see Bitcoin heading? All this information as well as what the upgrade to Bitcoin did. Let's dive into that video today. Again, I appreciate you stopping by Brother in Finance. Make sure to smash the thumbs up button down below and leave a comment down below where you think at the end of this month we are headed, as well as into next year and the end of this tremendous bull run that we are about to have and we are currently experiencing right now. Furthermore, let's dive into this presentation I put together. Let's dive into everything right now. All right, so first off, if you look right here, you can look at the stats. You can see the amount of transactions that Bitcoin went from. So Bitcoin had a huge, tremendous upgrade that made it from 135 transactions in 10 minutes to 2,043 transactions in 1 minute. So again, Bitcoin is divisible by Satoshis. There's 21 million Bitcoin total, and each Bitcoin is divisible by 100 million Satoshis to make it easily divisible, so you can buy any amount of it. If you haven't followed this more on Bitcoin, again, Bitcoin's kind of like online digital gold. I like to think of it as like the super soldier. I like to think of Bitcoin, again, as part of the gold, but as an online store of wealth. It has a halving cycle that occurs every 4 years. There's one that's happening right now in 2021, one that happened in 2017, 4 years ago in the last big bull run, and one that happened 4 years before that in 2013. Furthermore, let's see what else this upgrade did, as well as that information about Bitcoin. Taproot, Bitcoin's long anticipated upgrade, has activated. Taproot gives developers an expanded toolbox to work with as they continue to iterate, and build on Bitcoin. So this is tremendous and huge for Bitcoin. What is Taproot? Taproot is a melting pot of various technical innovations throughout Bitcoin's history into one upgrade. It was first proposed by Greg in 2018. Since then, the 3 Bitcoin improvement proposals that codified Taproot were written by Peter and many others. As the root of the upgrade are, signatures. Bitcoin has been using a pseudographic or cryptographic scheme for its digital signatures, where a user signs a transaction with their private keys in order to approve sending it somewhere else. This pretty much increases the speeds, increases the transactions, and makes Bitcoin a lot more efficient and useful, as well as resourceful as well. Some more things. So where do I think Bitcoin's headed even after this upgrade? Again, I am still very bullish. You follow the stock to flow model, the SF2 indicator. Plan B is predicting, again, 98,000 per BTC by the end of this month, and he says 135K December prediction is still in play. So we're still looking at pretty much a 2x, if not more, in crypto right now, specifically Bitcoin, because again, Bitcoin is what moves the market. But I'm still very bullish at the end of this year. There's been too much movement on the first half of November, but I believe the second half of November is going to be very explosive, and we're going to see some massive returns on investment here in the short term. So I'm very excited for the future. What else? So again, 98K is a prediction by Plan B. What else? So if we look here, here's another model following the stock to flow in previous cycles. So remember, I talked about the 4-year halving cycle. So if you look right here, we had 2013, 2017, the 4-year differentiation period, and then 2021. So there's that 4 years. If you look right here, we're about right here on the 2013. So we're down here, and based on those previous cycles, this is kind of where we're looking at right here. You can kind of see those wicks. So that would put us at around a $250,000 per BTC Bitcoin if we follow this RSI and we follow these metrics. Again, it's a good way to look at where we can predict where crypto is going to be headed based on charts, analytics, data, and we can always look at what's happened in the past to predict what's going to happen in the future. Much like how we've continued to print more money, and it kind of reminds me of 1920s, late 1920s, the dot-com bubble, and some other crashes that I foresee. So I believe we're going to have some massive upside in crypto. Then I'm probably going to be going to cash. Once I get that increased return on investment from this asset vehicle, and I'm going to wait for that crash and then double down when everything goes down, because as Robert Kiyosaki and the great investor Warren Buffett, be greedy when others are fearful and fearful when others are greedy. And Robert Kiyosaki also likes to say the best time to get rich is during the crashes. Before that information, more information. Again, I am excited for crypto. I'm excited for Bitcoin to see where this is headed. Look at this again. We've also dived into these metrics before. Bitcoin, all exchanges reserve. So if you look right here, we can see that Bitcoin is starting to move more and more off the reserve. So even based off the volatility, the smart money is still pulling their money out of the reserves, which means they cannot sell it. They're putting it in a cold wallet or a hard wallet where they are storing their Bitcoin. So that's even more bullish information and news about Bitcoin. Day on chain exchange flow, to go back off what I was talking about, we can see right here $662 million in, $762.7 million out. So that's a net flow of negative $100.5 million BTC. That is positive again, because when we're seeing that Bitcoin come off the flow, off the exchanges, that is bullish, because that means they are storing it in their own hard wallet in a place that they cannot sell. Same thing with Ethereum, 359.2 million in, 790.1 million out, net flow 430.9 million. So it's actually even more bullish for Ethereum. Some people are predicting that Bitcoin could reach the high of 20,000. If you haven't checked out our previous video we made, I believe Bitcoin's going to go, or Ethereum's going to go anywhere between $8,000 to $15,000 per Ethereum. Ethereum has massive value. I like to think of it as pretty much owning the internet of cryptocurrency, or owning cryptocurrency as a whole, because new cryptocurrencies are created on it. They get paid every time a new crypto is created. They have NFTs, non-fungible tokens, and digital art that's built on top of them. And they're just a massive value taker. That's how I value cryptocurrency, is what value do they provide to the network overall. Another thing, look at this, Goldman Sachs. We all know Goldman Sachs. Gold is becoming poor man's crypto. Goldman Sachs, head of energy research, says, just like we argue that silver is the poor man gold, gold is maybe becoming the poor man's crypto. He sees funds starting to flow from gold into Bitcoin as inflation fears escalate, knowing that we've argued historically that crypto and gold do not have, they cannibalize each other. So this is even more bullish information. When you see people like Goldman Sachs and these other huge institutions, again, brothers, something we got to keep in mind is we are the retail investors. We are able to allocate and get into this market cap and this crypto innovating space before the institutions. Institution money is starting to flow in, which is what's getting us this all-time highs. And I believe once we surpass $100,000 BTC, that's when that FOMO is going to kick in, the fear of missing out, and that's what's going to escalate us and move us to new all-time highs. Similar to 2017 when we had that FOMO and Bitcoin went to 21,000. Typically, the cycles go off about a 9x that. So 9 times 2, that puts it at about $180,000. So that's where I think I'm going to start taking profits. Again, this is not financial advice. This is financial education and what I'm doing. If you've been watching the video this far, make sure to smash the thumbs up button, leave a comment down below. I appreciate all the love and support. And if we've made you a tremendous amount of money or just helped educate you in any way possible, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button. Let's continue this video right now. Look at this. Santander prepares to offer Bitcoin ETF in Spain. Now, again, as far as ETFs goes, we've talked about ETFs, we've addressed them. As far as Bitcoin ETFs, we know that there's not necessarily a spot ETF yet, but there is ETFs that have already been created and they've been coming out spontaneously and they've been growing. So just more further information and bullish information. Look at this, another thing about Ethereum. We know Ethereum is burning. They are still continuing to burn. And their base fee is 123.9. Total burned a tremendous amount of ETH. Look at that money. Burn rate 7.56 ETH a minute. So they are still burning a lot of ETH. Now we know supply and demand. As the demand increases, the supply is normally decreasing. That's exactly what's happening right here. Supply is decreasing, which increases demand, and Ethereum is becoming more and more used as there's more cryptocurrencies, there's more crypto adoption. Again, crypto is growing at 2x the rate that the internet grew in the 1980s. So I think there's still massive upside. I'm very excited for the future. If you found value in this, as always, make sure to smash the thumbs up button and check out our other videos if you've not seen our predictions and where we believe crypto is headed. I'm very bullish on the industry. I'm very excited, and I'm excited to see what the future has for all of us, as well as people invested in cryptocurrency. Again, I appreciate you stopping by Brotherhood Finance today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a comment down below. Have a good rest of your day, have a good rest of your week, and a good rest of your weekend. Peace out, brothers. Much love. See ya.